Welcome back to Rebuilding Astroworld. This is Swag, and on today's episode, I'm going to have some fun figuring out what this building here is going to look like. I had the idea of using like an AI generator to build an image and just type in the characteristics of the building I want to do, and then I'm going to see if I can translate that to Roller Coaster Tycoon. So I think what I'll do is I might paste the image of the building, and hopefully you guys are looking at it right now, and then I will be able to do my best to build that building using RCT style, and we'll see how it turns out. I hope this is a fun one. Okay, I am very happy with what we built. I like the overhang aesthetic. I know I'm going to put restaurants and restrooms in here with some pathing that people are going to kind of walk by. I feel like the size is pretty good. It's pretty big, but it's kind of like the cap or the entrance into the Western Junction, which is going to be a bunch of buildings through here. I like these little balconies in the front. They're all kind of show. And yes, from this angle, you're like, oh, what the heck is that corner? But there's going to be so much to look at in the park. You're not even going to be thinking about this little area and like the gaps on the sides. When it's by itself, yeah, it's really easy to see. I like these awnings. I might put some flowers or bushes or something like that. I'm not going to do pathing under here. I think I'm just going to do foliage. And then the only part of the building I'm not a huge fan of so far is this flat side, and I still have a feeling I could make like a chimney or something come off of this using maybe some of the expansion pieces. Sometimes you can get away with honestly, I don't hate it. It's a little bright. Maybe there's a different block. Dude, that'd be good for pillars. Oh, holy crap. Gotta think about using that. Oh, what else we got? Wait, wasn't there like rocks? Wonder if you can get away with using something like this. It's a little too big. I mean, it's honestly not horrible, but it's a little too thin. It's like too thin and too wide. If it was like a third, it'd probably be perfect. I'm trying to do this without deleting the pieces. Is this a thin? Is there one with like a gap on the side? No, they're all kind of full. Oh, that's like a full-on column. Well, maybe I can get away with the stone. Let's go back to the whole set. Anything in here? Oh, I wonder if you paint that like red. Not that red. Isn't that just a corner piece that's up here somewhere else? You guys are watching me play and think. There it is. Can you get away with something like that? Honestly, maybe you can. I think I'd have to choose like a brown. That's too red. That is gray look. That's not too shabby. That's an idea. And then another idea is to put foliage just to mask how flat the piece of this building is. You know, you build some foliage, some taller trees because the building's so tall. Honestly, you can probably stack a few trees to make them look big enough. But you do something like that, and that hides it. It honestly does. I mean, you're looking at the facades. The rest of the volume is just meant to honestly fill space. I'm liking the different roof lines. I think it really helps the aesthetic a lot. This is a little big. It's a little blocky. There might be something we can do to the front of this to break it up just a little bit. Or on it, and you never know. I give this save to a friend or something, and they take a look at it themselves. I think it might be a good idea. And yeah, you just throw a bunch of trees on the sides, and then throw some foliage underneath, and you've got yourself a pretty freaking cool building. I really liked, and I love how the foliage breaks up the lines. I really liked using the AI to help me get an idea. It really helped me with the shape and just like the amount of wood structure on the outside of this blue building. I don't like AI art taking other people's ideas and using them and copying them and plagiarizing them, but I do like using the inspiration. Inspiration's huge. Sometimes all you need is to see an image and boom, you're like, oh, I can do that. So hopefully that can give you guys sort of an idea of how to do stuff like this in your own builds. I think I'm going to detail the area around it maybe and call it an episode, or I'm just going to call it an episode. I'll find out in the editing table. So it turns out that the hour and 7 minutes I spent building this building really filled up the episode. So I'll just give you a hint at the next episode. We are probably going to add the ride we did on the last episode, which... Oh, wrong one. Wrong save. So this building, Wagon Wheel, I don't know if we're going to remake this exactly the same. After looking at it for a while, I was like, I'm not really happy with how it turned out in the end. I think it overlaps too much. I think this building really should just be like a front facade with the ride in the back, maybe like a storage shed or something. And I failed because I copied and like saved all of the theming and all of that stuff in a prior save file, and then I went back and deleted it. So I'm gonna have to totally redo this. But you know, since I've already done it, I kind of know exactly what I'm gonna do in the next part. So I'll probably redo it just a little bit, shift it over, because now that the blue building's right there, we're gonna have to figure out how to make it work. I think all of the paths gonna have to shift more central, and maybe not wrap around too much, because we don't want peeps having to walk around this building to get to the ride. We want it to be as straight on as possible. So thank you for watching this episode of Building a Blue Building. I hope that the 6 or so minutes of me talking about the building and then kind of thinking about how to do a chimney or doing the side of the building gave you a little bit more insight into my thoughts of the buildings. I've already asked for some feedback from other folks, and they're like, oh, add an AC unit up top or do something to the front facade to make it look just a little bit different, because this flat 3x3 is not great. I don't like it on this building. So I think I'm going to figure something else out for the front of this building or the top of this building. So probably going to play with that around in the next episode as well, and then rebuilding this ride, which will be pretty quick. And then honestly, probably looking at doing a couple more buildings or one building, depending on how detailed we make them. A lot of this is trial and error, and you see it took me over an hour to build this single building. Can you imagine how many hours it takes to do the full park? Yeah. So, good luck to me in the future, and thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Loved your comments on the I loved your comments on the observatory tower entry. I really appreciate all of them. Thank you guys so much. Bye-bye.